So Istanbul has a very special place in my heart, and you'll see why later in the video. But having visited it 3 times in just over a year, I felt I had enough and didn't plan on visiting for a while. However, living in the UK, I had a yearning to spend some of Ramadan in a predominantly Muslim country. The cheapest and most convenient option was Istanbul, so I was intrigued. Firstly, there was a lot of food I was craving to eat from there. But mainly, how would the Ramadan vibes be there? Would the experience in Ramadan be different? And would I enjoy visiting Istanbul again even though I didn't want to go? Well, let's find out. This is part 2, so if you haven't watched part 1, make sure you go and check that out on my channel. It is day 2, well, it's full day. Yeah, obviously I was at Sultanahmet Square until like around 8:30 in the morning anyway, until Fajr. Got up at Zohar, got ready, prayed, came out. We are at Eyyup Camii. Did a quick tour through Spice Bazaar because Grand Bazaar's closed. Feeling a bit drained, getting the content, which is why I'm starting the vlog late. But we are going to one of my favourite places here in Istanbul. I'll show you when we get there. So we've reached the main Eyyup Sultan Square area. I think it is Sunday, so there is like a Sunday market that was leading up from here. But this is very, very busy. Literally non-stop crowds, got like food around, it's kind of nice. Area where they feed the birds. All these stalls over here sells food. Some more food stalls there. We got Quran playing. Eyyup Sultan Camii right there. It's actually so nice over here, but it is hot and I can smell a lot of food, feeling thirsty, feeling the fast. But as you can see, everyone is just relaxing, chilling out, waiting for Asr, waiting for Maghrib. Fountains there, people are feeding the birds. The Quran playing in the background. And of course, this is the birthplace of Eyyup Sultan Camii, so we go and pay our respects. I didn't realize it'd be this busy when people are actually waiting to do wudu. There's always people giving out like sweets and chocolates over here. I've actually never seen Eyyup Sultan this busy. And they're laying the mats outside because they know it's going to be cold. They have some outside and straight through there. During Ramadan, you will find that in the majority of the masjids, the Quran is being recited a lot more throughout the day as part of a Quran completion, and the locals will be sat there throughout listening attentively. Eyyup Sultan always has a great atmosphere and feeling, and it's a location I never fail to visit when in Istanbul. And in Ramadan, it was even better. Once securing some food from the overcrowded shops, we rushed back to Sultanahmet. Alhamdulillah, we got there a while before iftar, but it still wasn't early enough to secure a spot on the grass. But nevertheless, we enjoyed our iftar amongst the crowds in Sultanahmet and prayed our salah in the Blue Mosque again. So we just did our iftar at Hagia Sophia again near the fountain, and it is as busy as ever here, walking towards the Blue Mosque to pray. All these seats that are usually empty are full. All the grass that you can see is all full as well. Everyone's breaking the iftar together. The Hagia Sophia over there as well. Allahu Akbar. Remember how we missed out on one of our favourite restaurants on the first night? Well, we weren't going to let it go. So after Tarawih, we headed there and enjoyed a delicious meal. And then it was time for desserts. It's coming to the end of the day, the last day in Istanbul, because we're going to be going to Bursa. And there's one place that you go, well, everyone goes, Hafiz Mustafa. I don't always go, but I guess we have to try it. So this one near the Sultanahmet Square. And that was the end of another amazing day in Istanbul. For those of you wondering, getting food during the day is not an issue. Of course, Istanbul has many tourists from all over the world, and the food shops and places to visit are open as usual. However, when it comes close to iftar time, many of the places close around an hour before. And of course, expect that the masjids that you will visit will be a lot busier than usual. Now, Fajr Salah the next day was surprisingly quiet, maybe because the weekend had finished. But I had never been inside Hagia Sophia with this less people, where at one point I was practically the only one inside the main hall. Now remember how I said Istanbul has a very special place in my heart? Well, this was the perfect time to shoot this video that gives you a little insight as to why. So here we are, back to where my journey began, in the heart of a city that breathes history, culture and beauty. A city that inspired me to pick up my camera and share the world through my lens. But this isn't just an inspiration or a purpose for a job. This is an inherited passion, inherited from my late father, who passed away in 2020 due to cancer. Throughout his life, he enjoyed capturing the special moments, the spectacular masjids, and the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation. During his last few weeks, we were here, exploring this majestic city, going from masjid to masjid, doing what he loved most. Seeing him capture the moments and details of the masjids, I began to copy him. And this is what ignited the passion in me. He would always advise us to stay true to our deen and our values and never compromise. And that's what led me here. From Istanbul to the world, now my aim is to not only create travel content that's visually stunning, but to inspire Muslim travelers to explore authentically and confidently through my lens, showcasing destinations, accommodations, and experiences that align with our Muslim values. This is more than just a job. It's a journey of passion, purpose, and legacy. Join me as we explore the world, one halal friendly destination at a time. This is my story and I'm just getting started. And now it was time to head to Bursa, which I was very excited about. Bursa is about 2.5 hours from Istanbul and is definitely a must visit. It's full of culture, history, and food that is 10 times better than Istanbul. How is it? The vibes and atmosphere are always amazing, and it's less crowded than Istanbul, so I was definitely hyped for it. But after this experience in Istanbul, I was very disappointed. Don't get me wrong, it was still very nice and the food was amazing. And I definitely intend to do a separate video showcasing Bursa in all its glory. But it didn't feel any different than a normal day. Maybe because it was a weekday and it was raining, but there wasn't any extra Ramadan vibes or atmosphere that could be felt anywhere. The one thing that did stand out was at Emir Sultan Camii, where they had the kids take turns reciting the Quran on the speaker as part of the Quran completion. And there you have it. After enjoying the delicious food of Bursa and having a tooth filling done for a quarter of the price compared to the UK, the trip had come to an end. After experiencing Ramadan in Istanbul, my heart had totally changed. From not wanting to visit Istanbul again to missing the experience and atmosphere there. I have often preferred Bursa over Istanbul, but in this case, I was wishing we had stayed in Istanbul instead of going to Bursa. And I definitely plan on coming back to Istanbul next Ramadan, inshallah. If you enjoyed watching this, then please hit that like button. It is my first vlog, so let me know what you did and didn't like about it and where I can improve. Inshallah, I have a lot of amazing content coming soon, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any. And check out my other socials linked in the description. Until next time, safe travels and assalamu alaikum.